Dear students, I welcome you all in the first lecture of this lecture series on advanced welding. Today, I'll brief you on overview, history and importance of welding. When you hear the term welding, what comes into your mind? This, 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 and this. From common person or common people perspective, the welding is all about this only. One thing which is common to all these pictures is they all are from casual welding side, or you can say from roadside welding. Here you can see some, they have suggested in this signboard or hoarding, they have suggested some welding processes for joining and cutting operations. In this signboard, they have suggested what what they are doing. They are doing welding for some repairing of the home appliances like pressure cooker, stove, and etc. Here, what this person is using, he is using welding for repairing of the some part in his bicycle. Here, he is using welding for cutting of some rod or some structural components. So the horizon is of welding is not only limited to the roadside welding or casual approaches. It is something beyond this. I would like to show you some more pictures related to welding in the next slide. Now, please have a close look of all these pictures. What you can see here, this is the picture of a manufacturing firm, or you can see automotive or automobile manufacturing firm where car body is manufacturing. So you can see a number of cars here like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a car body manufacturing line where there are some workstations like this here, 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 here. So there are a number of welding machines equipped. These all welding machines are equipped with a robotic arm. So some very very critical welding operation is going on. Why I have used the term critical, I would like to explain you in the last of this slide. I would like to show you some more pictures related to some very day-to-day or very current welding operations. In this second picture, what you can see, this is here a manufacturing of a ship body is going on. You can see a very large size shape of ship here. It is obviously like a naval ship, and some manufacturing of this ship is going on like this. You can see, you can scale the this body with the height of these people who are roaming around here. So this is a very large body of ship building is going on with the help of some machine mechanical operations. Obviously, welding is one of them. What you can see here in the third picture, it is an inside view of some like pipelines, maybe from some refinery, oil and gas refinery, from some petrochemical industry, from some oil natural gas sector, maybe there, because pipeline network of pipelines found in all these industries. So some repairing work is going on. You can focus here, if you can focus here, some welding related repairing is going on here. I would like to one more picture. What you can see here, there is a very large size of what airship or aircraft. The this aircraft body is being manufactured here, and with the help of some mechanical operations. And out of these mechanical operation, welding is one of them. So you can see the critical operations or uses of welding in all these pictures. One more picture in which you can see a mechanical workstation where this round shaped object, which is called bearing, some mechanical actions on bearing is taking place. Maybe some surface finishing operations, and maybe some joining. That can be, there can be many mechanical operations on a component like bearing. So some mechanical work is going on this bearing, sorry. So what I would like to show you through these pictures, that the horizon of welding is not limited to only roadside applications, but it is something beyond that. You can see the application of welding in a car manufacturing firm, like in first picture, in a shipbuilding manufacturing firm, in second picture, in the pipeline, you can say in petrochemical or nuclear or power plant, everywhere. In fourth picture, you can see a shipbuilding, or sorry, aircraft building. So the horizon of welding is well beyond the roadside building. So, from a researcher or mechanical engineer point of view, you should focus on these critical or complex operations of welding. If you are interested in research or in a higher education, or you would like to score some good marks in welding related subjects, so please keep this in mind, as welding is not limited to only roadside applications. If this much happens in the field of welding, the welding processes or applications have these variety of applications. Can you imagine from where it is started? The welding from when man has started using the welding. I would like to brief you about the history of welding. History will suggest there are some evidences from Bronze Age. You can see the age here, like here. From bronzes, I have collected some pictures for you to show the evidences of welding in Bronze Age. Bronze Age, before Bronze Age, man was using only stone. So you can say from Bronze Age, the humans have started using metals. So the use of welding, you can say the use of welding is as old as the invention of or the use of metals. So in Bronze Age, the humans were using different types of metals, like here, electrum. Electrum was 75% gold and 25% silver. Basically, in Bronze Age, it was before Iron Age, so the mostly human was using silver or gold. So from this evidence, like from first image, like this, there is a cup. There is a cup which is made up of electrum, and at the bottom of the cup, it is the magnified view of the bottom of this cup. There is some soldering of this base and the upper body of the cup. The base of cup and the upper body of cup is joined with the help of solder joint. You can see a solder joint here. So you can say in the Bronze Age, people or human was familiar with the soldering. Okay. So in this second image, the headdress of this king, which was obviously made up of gold, was fabricated using soldering itself. This picture is from like Mesopotamia, which is now is called as Iraq. In second image, it is from Egypt. You are familiar with this mummy type of structure. This is called golden death mask, which was again there is some soldering. You can see a magnified view of this neck portion of this mummy. A soldering of these parts was used, and in even sculptures also, na, people have shown the art of soldering. The one person is using some heat source. This is the rod which is heated and melted, and the bonding is taking place like this. So the evidence of soldering was found on the stones also, stone arts. In third image, which was from 2600 BC, obviously in Bronze Age, some weapons like knife, which is shown here. This is like very artistic structure, which is fabricated using twisted wire with the help of soldering. So soldering was there in this picture also. Again, one more picture from one of the weapons. Like the handle of this knife was well structured and was well crafted or fabricated using a solder joint. This is called knob of knife, which is used with gold, silver, copper alloy, and the welding process was soldering there. So you can see in all these four images that in Bronze Age, people or human was familiar with the soldering process. When moving towards the future, in the next stage, that is Iron Age, there are some evidences that people were familiar with the forging process. Forging, you can see The metal was heated, then some mechanical action, hammering, for example, hammer. He is using hammer here. So it is beaten or compressed with the help of hammer to get a joint. So you can say now this process is called forge welding. So in time of Iron Age, people were familiar with the forge welding. They started using the art of forging. So in it was soldering in the Bronze Age, and from Iron Age he has started using this forge welding. In the Middle Age, there are some monuments like this iron pillar. This iron pillar was constructed in 310 AD. It was in Iron Age, and it was made up of iron and fabricated using welding process. So you can categorize like in Bronze Age, people were familiar with the soldering of the gold, and in Iron Age, during the Iron Age, especially in Egyptian Middle Eastern part, people have started using the tool to hammer the material, and they were familiar with the art of forging, and uh, lap joint were prepared with the help of forge welding. Whereas in Middle Age, the art of forging was something modernized with in Iron Age, people were using only human human people were familiarized for hammering, people were using like human force only. But in Middle Age, some new tools were invented, so they have started using like this water hammers. You can see here in Middle Age, they have started using this water hammer to apply the compression or to apply the forces. Those human hammers or like hammering action was replaced by water hammers. So something like forge welding was something get modernized in the age of Middle. So after Middle Age, there was Modern Age from 19th century. You can see some machines. Earlier, people were using only mechanical action, only soldering was there, and some forge welding was there. But in the 19th century, the invention of electricity was done. So people have started using uh, electrical power to produce the joint. In 1903, you can see resistance butt welding. You can see these machines. If you have seen nowadays, what type of resistance butt welding machines we are using, you can see they are like very different from these machines. They are bulky, they are complex, and they are very, very robust type. Nowadays, they are very automated. So in 1903, with the invention of electricity, some invention in welding was also there with the resistance butt welding. This is seam welding machine. In 1911, this one girl is welding preparing bucket, and you can see the production rate here. In 10 hours, she's producing 2400 buckets. So you can see a production like the thickness of 0.28 mm, the sheet thickness was this, and seam length was this. So the production rate was much lower because it was before the industrialization. There was no industrialization. The everything was going for the consumption point of view. Whatever is required, they were producing. There was no such industrialization, no import, no export, nothing. So the machines were so designed that the production rate was very, very lower. In 1911, you can see how this seam welding was machine was looking like. Machine with electrode for short longitude welds. The seam welding was like very different from nowadays machines. 1929, flash welding was started like here. The one person is using this flash welding machine. In 1930, resistance spot welding, the car body manufacturing, which I have shown you in second slide. But in 1930, the car body manufacturing takes place with the resistance welding, resistance spot welding. So with all this information, you can understand how these welding processes have evolved with time. You can imagine how the welding stations look like. I'll show you these two pictures. This is from some like a car body manufacturing station in Sweden, which is from Volvo. It's a renowned automobile company. This is how the car welding station, car body manufacturing station look like. Here in India, we have also adopted for automation. So in Maruti Gurugram, this is the site of Maruti company in Gurugram. So they have this type of car body manufacturing machine. So you can see from there, from we have reached here till now. So, if based on the evidences or literature, I have collected this data regarding the evolution of welding processes in the contemporary, in the modern or contemporary age. In 1881, we have started using arc welding. In 1900, it is gas welding. In 1903, it is resistance welding. In 1907, it is shielded metal arc welding. You can see we have started with arc welding, then we have started using shielding gases with the arc welding. That's how we got nine shielded metal arc welding in 1907. This took almost 30 years to know the art of shielding and know the importance of shielding in arc welding. So that's how we have evolved. In 1930, we have manual metal arc welding. In 1940, we have GTAW. We have started using different types of electrodes, different types of shielding gases with the span of time, with the passage of time. In 1940 to 1945, we have evolved with GMAW, that is gas metal arc welding. And in 1980s, with all the process, we have adopted for this automation with the help of robotics. So all the workstations where we are focused on the production rate, efficiency of this system, or the like mass production, we have adopted for the robotics in the welding. So from 1980 onwards, there is like very rapid growth in the manufacturing sector also. So with all this foundation, we can understand how it is important and how it is evolved, that welding has started from like soldering with for gold or silver or alloys of gold and silver. Then we have started using this forge welding with the help of a human action by hammering. Then we have created, or we have discovered some machines to apply that mechanical action. So we have invented this water hammer. Then forge welding was further evolved. Then with the invention of electricity, we have started. We understood the art of arc, then resistance heating, then further modification in arc welding and resistance welding. So why we have put that much effort in the evolution of welding, why it is so important. So I would like to show you some more pictures from the newspaper cutting to show the importance of the welding. This is the a news article in like a very recent time in 2020. There was a train accident in 2016, and this report shows that that train accident was due to the failure of the welding. There are some weld joints in the car, rail coaches, on rails. So everywhere welding is everywhere. So the failure of weld joint can lead to a like disaster. So it is like a very uh, crucial application of welding, where the failure or a accident can lead to a loss of life, you can say. So here the reason of train accident was failure. There is some another report which is from some other country, not only in India, in from other country like Mexico. There is some subway collapse here. You can see this picture. How it is. See the like criticality of the weld joints. This is the subway collapse. There is a subway which is collapsed, and the reason of this subway collapse was a failure in weld. Because during the construction of bridges, we have used so many weld joints. Maybe at some joint there is some failure, and due to that failure, this whole subway got collapsed. That causes a loss of life itself. So we cannot go casually with the weld joints. I would like to show you some more accidents due to welding to make you understand related to the importance of welding. So there is a boiler blast in Bihar, Muzaffarpur. There is one more accident. It was for train, it was for subway collapse, it was for boiler accident. It is in some boiler is used in power plants. So you can if you know about, or you have visited some power plant, you know the criticality of boiler system. Boiler, the steam pressure or temperature is so high that the leakage of a joint on the boiler body may may result in a like very severe blast, which may kills many, as in published in this report. This boiler blast killed 7 people in Bihar, Muzaffarpur. So this is another report which shows the importance of welding. There is one more report from Mumbai Mirror: welding failure behind spike in rail accident. Because in this time, it was published in 2014. So in 2014, uh, around from 10 to 15, there were so many accidents, train accidents, that were due to the welding failure. So it was this article emphasized on the reason of failure in train accident is welding failure. Well done. So, from these articles, you can understand the importance of welding. Well, we cannot go casually in welding. Yes, there are some casual applications of welding, like if you are using chair and desk, there are some that metal structure was formed using welding. We can go casually there. But if you are welding for a power plant, for automobile, for a train, rails, shipbuilding, aircraft, you cannot go casually, because it cost a lot. It cost a lot. So that is the horizon of welding. That is the importance of welding. I have shown you the history of welding. So with this all overview, I would like to stop myself here. I'll get back to you soon with some more interesting topics on advanced welding in future. Thank you so much.